Hello there, welcome to another Wee Bit Different video. Today's video, well, I haven't done this since like week 3, week 2. It's been like 4 weeks, and we should do another review of NFL Power Rankings, and we did it on NFL.com last time. We will do it on NFL.com this time for consistency, and we'll see where some of my opinions took me, and what are they now, and how are we feeling. And let's go. All right, so here we are. Buffalo Bills, number 1. They are the most popular number 1 pick. I will not battle this because they've looked really solid game in and game out, and they just beat the Chiefs. And what more can you say? The Bills are getting it done in every way possible. They are what everyone thought they would be, and that is a Super Bowl favorite. Eagles, on the other hand, yes, I think they're very deserving of 2. They're the last undefeated team. They've beaten teams like the Cowboys last week, who are red hot. You know, they almost lost to the Cards, but they didn't. So I guess that's all that really matters. But they've just looked solid. They've done the right things. Jalen Hurts has done the right things. Their defense looks phenomenal. And I'm talking phenomenal. Their only, I guess, blunder was week 1 against the Lions, when the Lions went off against them. Because ever since then, Philly's defense has just held really well. Chiefs, yes, I think you could say that they're better than the Eagles because, I guess, playoff experience and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. But the Eagles, they're flying, man. The Eagles are flying. Vikings have picked things up. Justin Jefferson is balling out of his mind, looking super solid. I'm not disputing any of these rankings so far. This is a rankings review, and honestly, I won't dispute these. They're pretty solid. Bengals at 5. Okay, Bengals, y'all good, but 5. That might be a little too high for the way you've been playing. You know, you started 0-2. Since then, you've gone 3-1. Things are obviously on the up and up, but the way you're beating teams, you guys only beat the Saints by 4. Am I missing something? It hasn't been clean, and I think it's really odd that they'd be ranked this high. Obviously, they went to the Super Bowl last year, but I don't know. I think 5 might be a little bit too high. Cowboys at 6. Obviously, they just lost to the Eagles. But they're getting Dak back, and I think that's actually a really solid ranking considering they're rocking with Cooper Rush. And I've said this before. I hate the narrative that Cooper Rush is balling when all he's doing is just not losing them games. Just because you are not losing people games does not mean you are balling. Balling is putting up 2-3 touchdowns night in and night out. 300 plus passing yards night in and night out, as we've seen from quarterbacks like, again, Jalen Hurts, who's passing it well, running it well, touchdowns, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. They are single-handedly putting their offense in a position to win. Cowboys at 6. As a Cowboy fan, I like that. I won't dispute that. May have a bias, but I'm not going to dispute it. Giants at number 7. Okay, I was one of the people on that week 3 ranking where I said Giants are not good, Daniel Jones isn't good. And I stand by what I said. I really think they are one of the worst 5-1 teams I've ever seen in my life. Their offense is not eye-popping at all. What it really is about this team, and I'm very impressed about this, is their head coach and their defense. All the right decisions that they need to make are being made. Every time their defense needs to step up, they step up. Their offense isn't blowing anyone out of the water. Honestly, Saquon's playing well, and their receivers, all of them, from top to bottom, it's been shuffling week to week who's going to get the ball this week. Daniel Jones isn't phenomenal by any means. Similar to Cooper Rush, he's not losing them games, and he's better than Cooper Rush, let me tell you that. So, hence the 5-1 freaking record. I don't think they've been playing insanely good teams. I think the Packers are in the down. So it's beating them, but they just beat the Ravens, and that was a solid win. Granted, the Ravens are wild right now, so I don't want to discredit what the Giants are doing, but I'm a big believer that they are not the 7th best team in the NFL. They are not. I know their record is 5-1, and honestly, that's pretty freaking crazy to say that they're 5-1. But nah, they're like one of the worst 5-1 teams I've ever seen. Seriously, dude. Ravens 3-3, eighth best team. I think they'll turn things around. I think they'll be better than the Giants. I know they just lost to them. I do believe that they will turn things around. Number 8's a fair spot. Tampa 3-3 at 9. Fair spot. Obviously, they still got the GOAT Tom Brady, but my gosh, man, it's just things are not coming easy. Chargers actually have been looking pretty okay. I would say they're missing out on what they could do and their peak potential, and they haven't played up to what they're supposed to yet. Their defense hasn't looked phenomenal at all, and it was supposed to. JC Jackson just got benched, and they paid that man so much money. We'll see if they turn it around defensively. Holding the Broncos to 16 is not impressive at all. Broncos haven't done crap all year. San Fran at 11, fair ranking. Yeah, honestly, I would say fair ranking. And as I said in my fantasy football video, the San Francisco 49ers are the Indianapolis Colts light, in the sense of, depending on who they play, their talent level goes way up or way down. Whoever they play, if they're playing a three-headed monster, if they played the Bills, I truly believe the Niners would play out of their freaking minds and make it a close game and have a chance to win. No matter who they play, the Niners will always have a chance. But here's the thing. When they play crappy teams, it's the same thing. They play to their level. It's like, Niners, if you just played as good as you did against a great team, if you play at that same level against a bad team like the Falcons, y'all would be fine. But they just always match the level of their opposing teams that they're playing, and it's frustrating. I'm not even a Niner fan. Rams at 12 is fair. They've looked shaky. It was nice to see Allen Robinson get going. Someone more than just Cooper Kupp, because honestly, every offense cannot just ride off of one guy only. That will not take you to the promised land, I promise you. Obviously, they're coming off of a Super Bowl championship run, but it was more than just Cooper Kupp last year. Obviously, he was the majority, but they had Odell going. Van Jefferson got some love. Odell was a big part, especially down the stretch. I feel like their run game was a little bit better. Defense was obviously phenomenal too, though. Jets, 13. As bad as Zach Wilson is, their record's 4-2. That's pretty wild. I think the Jets aren't it. Zach Wilson is just not playing well at all, and they're winning because of their defense, which is pretty impressive. Anytime you can win because your defense is doing everything, Sauce Gardner is just so good. He is just so freaking good, and you love to see it as a Jets fan. But yeah, Zach Wilson. Oh man, Breece Hall, he good though. Tennessee Titans, I think they're just coming off a bye. Yeah, their ranking's fine at 14. I think they're better than the Jets though. Packers is just so bad, man. So bad. Everything's falling apart over there. Freaking cheeseheads, dude. It's just not. It's not as easy as you thought it'd be. Seriously, it's really not. New England Patriots. Mac Jones is gonna come back, make this team better. Bill Belichick's always gonna have a good defense. I feel like he's like so good at keeping his team disciplined, and it feels like they're always doing the right things. And they held the Browns to 15 points. It's impressive, man. Falcons at 3-3, number 18. I won't dispute that. That sounds like where they belong. As the season progresses, they might be lower, but 3-3, not bad. New Orleans Saints, I actually think they suck. Chris Olave's a beast. Alvin Kamara hasn't been able to get going, but he is a beast. Their defense is relatively decent, but they just have one big issue, and that's their quarterbacks. They don't have a good one, and it's very apparent. Seattle Seahawks, I think they're better than the Saints. I think this spot is kind of not cool. I definitely think they're better than the Saints. Geno Smith has been playing pretty well. Kenneth Walker looks phenomenal. DK Metcalf is DK Metcalf. Tyler Lockett is doing Tyler Lockett things. It's been pretty solid for this team. The Colts are better than 21, bro. Come on. I get that Matt Ryan has not been playing well. Okay, I get that. But Frank Reich will always keep this team competitive. Great head coach. 3-2-1. Obviously, as I said before about San Francisco, how they're the Indianapolis Colts light. The Colts themselves, well, they're the Colts. They are the epitome of, if they're playing a bad team, they're going to play bad. They're playing a good team, they're going to play good. It's really what it is, man. They always keep it close. It's the freaking Colts for you. Pittsburgh, I said it early on. They were like 1-2. They're 1-1 in the week 3 rankings. Because, yeah, in week 3, they had only played 2 games. And I said 17 or 18, it needs to be higher. Mike Tomlin's going to get things right. And I stand by that. I really think Mike Tomlin will still right the ship. They just beat Tampa, right? You know, Tampa hasn't been Tampa, but it's still an impressive win. Mitch Trubisky is out in the rearview mirror, hopefully, and it's Kenny Pickett moving forward. I think Pittsburgh will turn it around. I just think Mike Tomlin knows what he's doing over there, and he'll find a way. Miami Dolphins need to be higher than 23. Ridiculous, man. Freaking ridiculous. As soon as Tua comes back, that's going to turn around. Come on, man. 23 is way too freaking low. What the hell is that? Come on, man. Come on. You're telling me the Falcons and the Saints are better than the Dolphins? That actually pisses me off. Come on, man. They beat the freaking Bills. Week 1 they won. Tua was playing super solid. They beat the Patriots and the Bills. Week 1 and they beat the Ravens week 2. They beat the Ravens week 2, beat the Bills week 3. Without Tua, they're garbage. That's obvious. You need a quarterback to be good. What are we doing? 23. What are we doing? What are we doing? NFL.com. Who the hell wrote this article? I've been fine with everything, but that is just gross, man. Who the hell wrote this article? Dan Hansis, Around the NFL writer. Get it together, man. What the hell are we doing? Stupid as hell, man. Saints are better than the Dolphins when the Dolphins were okay, yeah, they were 0-3 without their quarterback. Come on, man. The hell are we doing? Broncos, yeah, they suck. Yeah, 24 is fine. 24 is fine. Yeah, you're good, man. We're back to like, okay, it makes sense. Browns 2-4. When listen, Deshaun Watson's a terrible human being. All right, we don't need to be. We know that. All right, off-field issues. Yeah, you call it what you want. He's a terrible human being, but he's a good football player. People hope he sucks moving forward, and you know what? I'm not gonna say anything about that. I don't really care about him as a human being. A lot of y'all hate him, and that's completely understandable. Because he's, again, a terrible... I cannot stress this enough because I don't want people being like, super insensitive. No. Trust me. Terrible person. Terrible. I can't say that enough. But he's a good quarterback. So it's like, they'll be better when he comes back. Now, they'll get booed a lot more. I promise you that. But as a football team, strictly in football terms, strictly in a competitive fashion, notice how I'm wording these things? They'll be better. 26, Cardinals. Yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, I think they're better than the Saints, though. I'm not going to lie. I think the Saints suck, dude. I think the Saints are just so not good. Jaguars, 27. Yeah, dude. It's just something about this team that leaves you just like what is happening. Lions will be better than 28. I truly believe that they'll be better than 28. They were just missing a lot of key offensive players that should be back against Dallas. Problem is though is that I don't think they'll beat Dallas, so they'll be 1-5, and that's just not going to help at all. Oh man, sorry Detroit, y'all, your record shouldn't be 1-4, but that's what it is. 29, Chicago Bears. Yeah, the Bears suck. Commanders suck. Texans suck. Panthers are the worst team in the league. You know, I'm so cool with the rest of that. You know what I'm not cool with, though? More than anything? What the hell is this, man? 23. Tua's back this week. He's back against the Steelers. All right. See y'all again in like 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks. I don't know. Whenever it is, I make another one of these videos and I'm like, hey, I was right. I was wrong. I was whatever. As I always, appreciate y'all for watching. It's a blast for making these videos. You guys know it is based on my expressions. But this has been All Been Different. On We've Been Different. And we out.